Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and today I want to talk a bit about America being far from perfect. You often hear many people try to exclaim, if you don't like America, get out. You know, you're supposed to stand for the flag, do this, do that. There is a difference in unapologetic adulation and between and loving but knowing what needs to change. America has always had issues. Slavery, before the U.S. even existed, was on these shores. It was written into the Constitution with the Three-Fifths Compromise. Because there was some founding fathers who did want to get rid of slavery, but many had a huge economic boon with slavery still existing. And there was even still some who thought, well, it'll eventually disappear. No need to ruffle feathers. We see this often with many of our early founding fathers, early politicians on the federal level, from the judicial to the legislative to the executive branches. We still accepted slavery even after other countries had begun banning it. Just because it was economically fruitful. Kind of sounds how today is. Many billionaires and millionaires do stuff. They'll let workers go because it's economically fruitful. It makes them money. But yeah, even after slavery ended in after the Civil War, 1865, we still had the fight for civil rights because we couldn't fix things the way they should be. Now, not only that, even after the Civil Rights Era, we still have issues with how other races are treated. Just fix things. Fix things, please. Anyway, Native Americans. Before this country was even a thing, before we brought over Africans to be slaves, we enslaved natives. We took over their tribes, their land. And then, you know, we also introduced certain diseases that was not familiar on the continent. They did introduce diseases to the Europeans, so it finally meshed. But, yeah. And then, after America was officially a country, you have the extermination of native tribes in the westward movement and the search for wealth and land. The so-called manifest destiny that America was destined to grow, to move west. Let's talk about America and the wars we've been in. I think it's like only 15 years of America's existence has it not been in some kind of conflict, some kind of war. You know, a conflict that is taking people's lives. And then, beyond that, the way we have treated other nations as pawns to do with as we wish, installing dictator governments that are friendly to us. You know, it was a government in Cuba that was friendly to America that was installed there when Castro started his revolution. Many of the countries of Middle and South America did not start out as, you know, countries where there is so much of a need of refugees. Things get bad because America sticks its nose in to make more wealth. What country was it that we basically founded the Chiquita Banana Company founded a factory on just so it could make millions, and now it's like it struggles. It's had its own issues. This is a well-documented thing. America sticks its nose in, or American companies stick their nose in in things that don't need to exist. The Panama Canal. There was no country of Panama for the longest time. We then fought or then we kind of pushed certain, I think it was Nicaraguans, to have a revolution and form their own country. And just a few years later, all right, now we're going to make a canal through what is Panama, because we couldn't get the country it formerly was to work with the U.S. on that. And now it's like there's all these complaints. Oh, we've got so many people trying to migrate here. That's because we've stuck our nose into their business for so long. It's ridiculous. America is far from an innocent nation. There needs to be a recognition of all that's been done. Is there good things America has done? Oh yes, there is good things. We tried to create a truly self-sufficient democracy and republic with the founding fathers under the Constitution. We helped end World Wars I and II. We even try to occasionally send aid to try to help people, though nowadays it just seems send aid to those who back us on whatever we say. But still, we tried to send aid to Europe after World War II when they were still struggling. We've tried to send aid to other countries. America is not fully evil either, but it is far, far from perfect. I'll go ahead and list some sources in the description below. As always, educate thyself, think, read, study, learn. Someone tries to tell you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, later.